everyone, our lecturer Mrs. Tita Puspitasari MPD and our classmates, welcome to our video. We are from group 6 and will explain about detecting propaganda. Okay, let me introduce our group. We are consist of me, Rosalina Silalahi, Maria Anjelina, Novia Nurrachmawati, Margaretha Nula, Natasya, Lire, and Lugas Darmansyah. So, let's look up at the material. Maria will explain about what is propaganda.
What is propaganda? Propaganda is a deliberate attempt on the part of a group or an individual to sway our opinions in their favor, usually appeal to our emotions or our desires rather than our reason. Propagandists are usually not concerned with getting us to believe what they want us to believe.
Okay, now move to the next content, the history of propaganda. Novia will explain about it.
Thank you, Rosa. My name is Novia Nurrachmawati and my NPM is 2021-25-00629. Alright, I will explain the psychological warfare. Psychological warfare, as said, propaganda as a means to influence people is not something new. It is as old as the human group and has been employed at all times and on all cultural levels. It is, however, during the First World War that it was employed as a scientifically planned means of influencing people. As a formidable psychological weapon. Thereafter, it was constantly perfected, reaching a high point in Nazi Germany during the Second World War. Both the sides again made use of propaganda. There was a psychological war or war of the nerves. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Margaretha Nula Ola with NPM 2020-125-00687. Now I will continue the explanation about psychological warfare. Psychological warfare is the use of propaganda against an enemy through the employment of modern media of mass communication, together with such other operational measures and devices of a military, economic or political nature as may be required to supplement propaganda for the purpose of reaching mass audience in order to persuade them to accept certain beliefs and ideas. It is used to undermine the enemy resistance, to dissuade neutral from joining the other side, or to encourage friends and others. During the Second World War, it was everywhere realized that the psychological warfare was at least as important as physical combat. Next, the value of psychological warfare as a technique of propaganda is as yet known. This kind of warfare depends on the skill and ability of the warrior to understand the problems of the enemy or target people and their patterns of touch and action, and to affect them with all the means at his disposal. Psychological warfare helps political leaders to camouflage reality and to that responsibility. And next, instruments of propaganda. Propaganda today has become a science as well as an art. Individuals specialize in it as a profession. Such propaganda may also be utilized for educational and public welfare purposes, but this constructive kind of propaganda has hardly been so far properly utilized. It is usually carried on to serve the interests of groups rather than the general public.
Alright, that was the explanation about the history of the propaganda, and now let's move to the propaganda devices. Natasya and Lugas will explain about it.
Good morning, ma'am, and good morning, everyone. My name is Natasya Lire Hutagaol with NPM 2020-1215-0853. I would like to continue the presentation, and I will start it. The first one is name calling, the technique concerned in giving a bad name to a person, a group, an idea, or an event. Names so given arouse an emotional attitude of hostility and rejection. The terms capitalist, fascist, warmonger, and right reactionary created an emotional attitude of hatred toward the person. The second one is glittering generally. Under this technique, the propagandists use some attractive or impressive word or idea which missiles the people. It is essentially emotionally appealing words that carry confession without any supporting evidence. Thank you.
Okay, the next propaganda devices is transfer device. In this device, the propagandist presents his cause as an integral part of a larger cause by identifying himself or his cause with the collective representation acceptable to the public at large. Attempt is made to transfer the prestige as a positive symbol to a person or an idea. For example, using the American flag as a backdrop for a political event makes the implication that the event is patriotic in the best interest of the U.S. The next one is testimonial device. Under this technique, the propagandist advertises a thing that with the name of some distinguished person. It is a quotation or endorsement to make an influence an audience. I think that's all. That's enough from Group 6. Hope you understand, and thank you.